Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here and welcome to the first episode of Chronologically Confused. This one is going to be interesting because you are going to be able to see the matches in reverse order. This matchup is actually one of the last of the group stage, and by the time this is going live, due to an insane backlog in RAGL, you're probably going to have seen the other matches already. You're going to know the outcome of the playoffs even, probably, depending on at what time they get casted. So this might already be irrelevant for the purpose of determining who's going to advance, but hey, here we are. We are going to take a look at this, one of the last matches of the group stage that is still not played, and it is a high caliber match indeed. We've got, spawning in the west, as the Ukrainian forces, live from the United States of America, it is going to be Orb. And he is going to be met with the Russia, I've seen, yes, of someone who has an outside chance at getting into top 4. It is going to be Mr. Punsho. Right now the standings are a bit interesting. Orb has already secured his playoff spot, so he's in an okay position. But he is not out of woodworks yet, because he can actually secure spot number 1 for himself. If he takes, I think, 1 point out of this series, he can actually be ranked higher than Ganon and then get seeded as first in the playoffs, which is beneficial to him, because then he has to face the 4th rather than the 3rd seed. Yeah, so let's see where this leads us. So he's got a very good shot at winning this, because Ganon has already played all his matches, and conversely, Punsho is in an interesting spot as well, because he has an outside chance at still getting to playoffs, if and only if he beats Orb 2-0. Now, disclaimer, this hasn't been achieved in this season thus far. The best other players have currently managed is to trade 1-1 against him, such as myself, Ganon. So, out of all the matches he's played, I think Orb has only dropped 2. So, 2 or maybe 3. So, really crazy stats from him this season. He is going strong, and he might be seeded 1st or 2nd. Let's see how this goes. Alrighty, Punsho immediately taking his direction in the north end side, and there is Orb staking the claims for himself. Those little grenadiers. Oh, there's a little sneaky rifle from Punsho. The grenadiers were standing there as door guards. I managed to see them there, like spot them. We're playing securities. You know, like one of those good old riddles where there's just 3 guards standing there, and if you answer their riddle, you get free passage, and if you don't, they're gonna lob a grenade into your face. Ooh, speaking of door guards, those are some very angry bouncers, and they're gonna be out for blood on the engineer. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Orb just spots this in time. Engineer unscathed. Gets away unscathed, just out of line of sight, barely. And the grenadiers haven't been revealed just yet. This is an early APC for Punsho. 2 harvesters into War Factory, into APC. Probably standard, but it's still a better timing than what Orb has. And Orb is going for... Okay, here is his APC now. He went for a harvester first. Interesting build choice. And the grenadiers are lurking in the wings. Let's see. This is going to be a sneaky build. And also the map is Mountain Ridge Redux. I like this map a lot, and it's got the map hack comm centers, which are super useful to take. Interestingly, Punsho managed to get into an advantage position where he was able to take his own communication center, and that is rarely achieved, because usually it's very hard to secure your own. As you can see, there is like engineers can't leap over the cliffs, right? Ooh, Grenadiers going in, finding the snipe on the first power plant, and there's there's no light vehicle in the position right now. The APC still struggling to find its position there on the map. If he snipes the power and the barracks, this might already be game. This might already be it in game 1. Yikes. Alright. APC not finding the mark. And, well, he missed the power plant. That was a bit unlucky from Orb there. Could have gotten more damage in, but still Punches on low power. That's gonna just delay his build by that extra little mile. Oh my goodness, he managed to get his engineer into position. Like, I gotta commend Punsho for his early infantry positioning. There go the grenadiers. The Dogas have been answered. The final riddle. Riddle me this. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be double map hacks for Punsho. This is gonna be so worthwhile. Yeah, he loses those guarding rifles here, but that's completely fine. He trades that off for massive line of sight, as we can see in his vision here. He sees everything that Orb is able to see. And Orb should be able to spot this. He knows that now sees it, that the comm center has been taken. APC providing him that extra cell of line of sight, so he can see that. Ooh, APC going in deep. Finding a couple crushes, but there is still a rocket in the mix. I think it's gonna be... Wow! That was some crush RNG. RNGesus hath spoken. Ooh, he's diving after the engineer. That is going to be a counter crush and no counter snipe. Wow. APC for Orb gets out. So that was lucky. Lucky on his behalf. Let's see the combat tab right there. That's going to be even, just about even, and the economy. Ooh, wow. 3k early lead for Orb over Punsho. Mainly due to the delayed tech timing due to the power snipe. But he's gonna be... Oh, wow! That is a bad engagement. There is a con yard that Orb knows nothing about, and Punch is just blindly engaging into it. Losing his double derricks is Orb as well. So he's gonna be disadvantaged in the eco department for now. He built some more grenadiers. Say what? Oh! Leaving his rifles exposed just a little bit too long. At least he knows about the flame tower now. He has seen it spew flames forth. Goeth forth and speweth flames. So Punsho stabilizing, just trying to take his expansion. Meanwhile, Orb has actually not lined up a... I don't like his build at all here. He went 4 refineries on 1 base. That is just way too delayed of an expansion. He's gonna be dry. He's gonna be bled dry by the time his next refinery comes out. And speaking of, that is a bad idea what he's doing right there. I'm gonna elaborate on that as soon as we spot the grenadiers. Do they have enough DPS? He needs to kite. Oh, he needs... Barely. If he had pulled back the wounded grenadier, he would have gotten the old Derrick. But hey, it is what it is. That one rifle getting up to heroic status, protecting the oils of the Rodina. Very solid. For the Rodina! Good old conscripts. So I don't like what Orb is doing here for manifold reasons. One of them being that the Soviet barracks that he's placed here is a very back-centered rally point. And second off, he now needs to move out his MCV out of his main base. The reason being, he deployed only a barracks there and no refinery. And his eco is already running dry. You can see his harvest is already long distance mining. So yeah. But he's gonna have a higher tank count. Let's see if the rocket density is high enough. Ooh, Tesla Coil should help with that. Should help mitigate that quite a lot. This tank barely survives. Okay, the rocket density definitely was high enough. Wow! 2 tanks on a sliver. Just a stiff breeze is gonna kick the lights out of those. Like, knock their domes off. Ooh, those heavy tanks. Lucky to survive. Even a rifle shot would do it at that point. Punsho is prepared a heavy tank flank. But I think Orb is rotating his entire army into the north, so no chance of that happening. He's trying to reposition. As you can see here, he was forced into moving his MCV south, deploying the refinery, and then moving up north again. Now he's eco-transferring, so he's gonna be set up for now. But that's already, like, an early lead for Punsho, I would say. And he's got tech out, yeah. The V2, I didn't mention it yet, but the V2 is gonna be the kingmaker in the field for quite some time. Hasn't been revealed yet, too. So he still has time to make this work. And go. This is one of the only times when going in with infantry first is a good idea. Enemy has very scattered forces, so your heavy tanks can stay alive on the back lines. Usually it's a... yeah. Nice save there. Ooh, trying to find the snipe with the V2, but misses, and that is going to reveal the V2. That is big. So, Orb now knows about this tech transition. He might want to start investing into flak trucks. The stocks for flak trucks have gone up. So, sell on heavies, and yeah, invest into flags right now. Ooh, that was a nice shot. The kill shot with the V2. Right now there's no answer. Yeah, he definitely needs flak trucks as a transition. And more heavies being rallied from Orb. He's going into the middle. He's going straight over the middle, and this is an undefended base. If he kicks the war factory, that would be such a boon right now. Would relegate Punsho to building infantry and... ooh, has been revealed now. These spotters in the middle. Very smart call. And a huge flank from Orb in the north. Ooh, let's see if he can hold this. 5 heavies going in. Ooh, V2 barely missing the mark. But the forces are closing the sack. I don't think Orb can stay in trade. No. Too many rockets on the dance floor. Book it. Ooh, this tank getting stuck. Just in time. And here comes the engagement up north. Getting spotted. Triple Tesla plus flame tower. Yikes. What a meat grinder. And the forces are being split by the ridge. Separated here. Ooh, the V2. Ooh, the V2 hit could be lethal. Force firing. Force firing into the middle of the blob. Punsho not losing a single important vital detail of his unit count there. Jeez Louise. That just got smashed. Instant vet 1 on the V2 rocket launcher. Instant vet 2 on the other one. Rightfully so. That was a kill shot and a half. Yikes, and now this spells a tech center transition for Punsho already. So he's probably out for blood. Going for an Iron Curtain, I wager. So apologies there's the tech center follow-up for Orb. It's like, they haven't scouted each other, but they both know, like, around, that's the tech center timing. Finally, there's a flag pack out that is just exactly what you want. Oh! Punsho's positioned the thief. He could wait. Oh my goodness, if he waits for the MCV, that would be the play. Oh! Gets a heavy tank regardless. That would have been the play. Yeah, so about thieves. In case you don't know, they have camouflage after like 2 seconds of standing still. Maybe 3. I don't know the exact numbers. Flag pack shaving off a yak here, so no more line of sight in the middle. And at least one of the communication centers has been accounted for, has been dealt with as well. Shock troopers in the wings now. Tier 3 transition is complete. There is, Russia's on the menu. He's going for mammoth tanks though. Mammoths and shockies, that is a very expensive composition. That doesn't really have any hard counters on the field right now, but it can be like soft countered by good V2 shots, good yak play. Ooh. Speaking of the devil, the yak's going in, trying to find some snipes on the V2s. Yeah, seeing the mammoth tank and deciding against it, that's very understandable. You can see here, like, abusing turret rotation. They're allowed to stay here in the base. Also see that there's no MCV. However, curtain. The curtain calls. The comm center from Punsho is so valuable. Gives him line of sight, gives him all the army movements. Also gives the position of the flag pack away. Bam! Smacks him. This radar dome is very exposed. Ooh, Mig going in as well. And he's trying to cut off Orb here. He's gonna cut him off from his own reinforcement routes. That is gonna be nasty. This tank is going very, very deep. Being very brave. Little tank that could. So far, no good V2 hits just yet, but the Tesla Death Ball has critical mass. There is no Iron Curtain at the time present, and if Punsho force fires this well, yeah. Ooh, such expensive losses. Just finding the mark, hitting the rocket soldiers. Punsho fighting with his back to the wall against line of sight disadvantage, but he still has enough with the shock troopers on hold position. This is just such a lethal combination. Ooh, nice counter hit though. V2 counter hit, that was awesome. Yeah, you can just see like those Soviet versus Soviet mirror matches are just so much more dynamic in my opinion, just compared to the static play of allies. Ooh, in comes the Yak fleet. I'm loving it. That is a very good call. Yaks have received some interesting changes in the upcoming versions, but this is still being played on the old version PSA. Ooh, loses another Yak. Yeah, and losing his expansion too. Orb has lost a lot of momentum from this. And there are 2 MiGs. You know what this means. This is just harvester snipe time. 2 MiGs have enough ammo left in their base to kill 2 harvesters per run. So this can just be so efficient. Forces your opponent to rebuild harvesters, which you can invest into tanks instead. It's like the tank general, you know, General Kwai from the General's Challenge. Why would I build defenses when I can build more tanks instead? I'll build defenses. No, wait! I'll build more tanks instead! That's right. Snipe on the refinery as well. Yeah, Orb's eco in shambles probably. Look at the kill count, like 20k lead. That is nothing to scoff at in a high tier, I wouldn't say pro play, because none of those are pro players, technically, but high level play. Reinforcing with a SAM site, so the Iron Curtain has no chance of being sniped for cheap. That is also a very sensible choice. The V2 rocket launchers might be what turns the tide of battle here, because mammoth tanks are not fast enough to catch them. And the air fleet for Punsho is basically just sitting around here, idling, completing their basic training. Woo. V2 barely missing. This one won't miss. Nice. That's how you dispose of para drops. MiGs, even though they haven't fired a single shot just yet, that radar dome was just a gift. A thief still in the mix. Even though they haven't provided much value just yet, they've provided scouting information, and that's very impactful. Oh, parabombs have been pulled. Unfortunately, this is without the directional parabombs included yet. So this is the last season where we have to rely on RNG for parabombs. Demo truck! Oh! Oh wow! What a demo truck, blowing a hole into the shock blob there. But still so many mammoths to contest. Yikes. Yeah, barely whiffing with the paras. And there is now an Iron Curtain out. He needs to target fire this so well. This is not how you target fire it. Oh, counter curtain. Alright, he needs to pull back the V2s now. Those heavies are... Oh, those mammoths are forfeit. What's the focus fire? It just needs to shift Q. Iron Curtain's running out and... Wow, it lasts so long. Ridiculous sometimes. Another leg. 5-ish seconds. And there we go. They're getting the 5-0. That is the complete wipe on the armored forces. But he's lost 2 more harvesters here. One harvester going on a union strike upon seeing the labor conditions that his brethren have been put through. Another one bites the dust. Another one for the scrap yard. Ooh, how many harvesters is Orb lost in the past couple seconds? Yikes. Despite him trading so well with his heavies, he is severely crippled right now. Ooh, let's look at the stats. Economy, it's 40k over 73k, and more importantly, 8 over 4 harvesters. That is going to be the big ticket. Yikes, wasting their ammo. Just trying to scratch the paint off the heavies. But he doesn't need to do that. Like, he's got the zone defense cavalry rolling in. Hell yeah. Nothing to do here. Like, this looks like GG. Yeah, Iron Curtain would have been sniped. Yeah, GG. Game 1, going to Punsho, and that's kind of a surprise. He's kind of the underdog in this series. But apparently at least managing to trade 1-1. With that out of the way, I want to see a game 2. See you in a sec.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Marigold Turn is the name of the game, the map that that Orb chose for himself against Punsho in game 2. Let's see how this one goes. We're gonna have is there gonna be any diversions built? Oh, Punsho going for England this time around. Maybe he randomed. No way to confirm right now unless I do this. Yep, he randomed, as did Orb. So Soviets for him and allies. We've got a non-mirror match this time around, and this is also a very tricky map to play. I can already see the wire fence going down. This is usually a surefire sign for someone not wanting to be grenade rushed, and this in turn also means that this probably is a war factory rush from Orb indeed. Conversely, lots of infantry streaming in. Let's see, depending on how many rifles you can spot, you usually can determine whether it's 2-ref or war factory. First, this must be 2-ref. Considering there is already 10 rifles out, there is more to come. Yeah, there's more where that one's coming from. Orb is gonna forfeit oil control in the early game, and that's gonna mean that Punsho can go to town. He can go to Cap Town here. Not to be confused with Cape Town. Alright, the wall off is not complete. Orb, shame on you. By the way, you need to sell this afterwards. It's a bit annoying. Just a bit of a micro liability. And this is gonna sound the alarm bells. This is gonna cue some confusion for Punsho, and then followed up by the realization, alright, my opponent's war factory rushing. Pathing is gonna halt him in front of the wire fence here. Yeah, double ref, as we can see. And the only question remains, what tech is Orb gonna hope to... what is he going for? Is it a light vehicle? Should be, yeah. APC, so he's opting for, gaining back oil control. If you go for an APC, early on, APC rush, that just means you want to follow up with an engineer and want to grab as many oils as possible, or just deny your opponent's infantry forces. That might come in handy. Is Punsho actually... Oh my lord, this hasn't been scouted. He's so close to crushing this entire blob on the roads too. Ooh. If only Orb knew. If only he knew. But it's gonna have a pretty good eco-scaling right now, because as you can see, Punsho still working on his war factory. Meanwhile, Orb gets his 3rd harvester out, 4th harvester shortly to follow. Well, this is gonna cue some confusion from Orb as well. He sees that there's not been much going on, so he's probably gonna assume a war factory rush. Oh, perfect timing though. What? Okay, thank you. Thank you for sniping that unit. That was your intended purpose, Mr. APC. Alright, wall-off is sold now. Officially, the time for wall-offs is over. No more grenadier rushes to be expected. And lots of infantry. Nothing of that. Ooh, might find... Yeah, he's gonna find the blob. That's perfect. Squishy, squishy. Lots of the... Ooh, Marigold Town is gonna... It's gonna be the Marigold killing fields here. Yikes. Some more on the chase, maybe. One more to go. Ooh, a light tank. Okay. I've seen it all. Light tank by itself is not a very good answer to the APC because it just takes ages, but a 5 stack of rockets is a good answer. Tell you what, this engineer wants to get the hell out of Dodge. It's probably still forfeit. Does Punsho see? Yeah, he saw it. Alright. Oof. That's gonna be rough. That is gonna be non-acceptable losses past the early game for Orb already. Okay. At least deals with the light. There is now 2 Derricks. Yeah, he's safely taken. Behind this pressure, he's masking. He's capping with more pressure. He should also, by the way, kill this Derrick. There's no way in hell he's gonna safely take this without Orb having a safe, like an easy way of reclaiming it. And there is no self-destruct button for oils just yet. That's high on the patch wish list. Super early service depot here. 4 minutes into an MCV finish from Orb. Wow. 5 harvesters. That's why. He just went for a super early war factory so he could get a better MCV timing. And this push is doomed to fail. Because there is literally nothing to support it now that the light tank has gone. It's gone the way all things go eventually. Ooh, MCV might be used for crushing. No. Deploys a flame tower instead. That's fine too. Sounding the retreat. Oh! This engineer. No way. No way he's gonna get away with it. He actually got away with it. Are you kidding me? That is a smart call here. That is very smart. Orb knowing that there is not enough mass to kill the MCV, especially not when it's undeployed, because it's got lots of health and light armor, which makes it more resilient to rockets. Strangely enough, if you're being targeted by rockets, try undeploying because light armor actually is relatively resilient to rockets. He's gonna see the oil derrick. He's gonna be somewhat salty. A moderate amount of salt is gonna be instilled into his play right there. And just missing the army from Punsho. Uh-oh. Barely any rockets here. I count 3 for the time being, one of them being very exposed. He's trying to go for the oils. Was that scouted? Yes. Yes, huge line of sight advantage. Orb actually has enough. Wow, I was not expecting this. And the heavy tank in such a great position. I really like the positioning from Orb. Well, until now. I did like it. I used to like it. I'm sorry, but me and the positioning go way back, but we can no longer be friends now. Oh! Zook shots to the back, find the killing blow on the heavy tank as well. Usually Orb's tank preservation is really good, but there he just got out-positioned a little. Tank, 1 or 2 cells out of position, just dies. And in comes the extraction yard. There's gonna be another Tesla push in the menu. Tesla push versus turret push, it's always tricky. Depends on who scouts first. And Teslas have an inherent advantage there because they provide their own line of sight, which makes them just more self-sufficient of a defense. He's trying to probably tackle the oil derrick, maybe even go for a split. I would like to see a split here. Half the army going for the ore truck, the other half going for the oil derrick. I think there is like a dead zone. Yeah, if he parks his tank here, there's a dead zone where the rocket soldiers can't reach. But obviously, Caster's vision engaged. 3 tanks on the flank. Orb has nothing in the northeast to defend against this. He now sees that the other oil derrick has been taken as well. Gotta probably swiftly dispose of it, yeah. Straight up assault move. That has gotten so much more convenient. You no longer have to change stances when you do that. You just press the assault move key, which is Shift and A, and then right click. He's trying to find an expansion here, but no sneaky expansions. But look what the cat dragged in here. Little medium tank run by. That's gonna be nasty. Medium tanks not known for their exactly for their stopping power, but they're still good enough to kill an ore truck or 2. This Tesla Quill is deployed very far back, but I understand why, because 3 mediums can barely win against a Tesla. So he's relegated into building more harvesters. Not the greatest eco for Orb right now, but this flank, if this goes through, ooh, also might find an MC. Nah, not rallied far enough. I mean, the tanks are still lurking. There's the reverse eco transfer. Or is it just because the harvesters... Oh, that's because the harvesters were full. So we've got 2 harvesters on a dead patch here. Not the best eco situation for Orb again. 6 harvesters for both. He's actually hitting assets though, but broke. So broke but with style. And the army graph is definitely in his favor. That's gonna be the option for Heinz already. Wow. Super quick tech up. And an artillery unit just came out now. And the miss rally point might actually really be a boon for Punsho there. Uh-oh. This artillery is completely unaccounted for. He's trying to pincer him, but right, pound for pound, right now Punsho is the better army because he's in a more compact position. But he's going to start bleeding harvesters. That is going to be the first harvester down. Let's see how good are the shots going to be. Right now the artillery not finding the mark just yet, but oh, the units from Orb just being idle just a smidgen too much. This army trading terribly right now after killing a harvester. And at the other side of the map, ooh, Punsho retaining his harvester, engaging. Nope, never mind. Apparently the range from the tanks was enough. Engaging into like a kill zone. Barely getting away with one heavy. This was not cost efficient for Orb, not even a little. They managed to kill another harvester there. Whew. How so? That is a surprise to me. And 2 of 3 tanks still waiting in the wings. Now with 2 tanks, he really shouldn't be losing harvesters to that, because 2 mediums, that takes a while. They're gonna be sitting there. Tech center for Orb. Ooh. If we get to the stage where we can actually reliably have an eye curtain out every single time that there's an engagement, then it spells trouble for allies. But the army value should now be in Punsho's favor. Yep. Like after that terrible engagement, look at the dip. It's like a 6k swing. That's not what you want to be looking at minute 9. Finally taking his second expansion, his Orb. He should have honestly already expanded to his 3rd and maybe even plopped down his Conyard there. Alright, that's it, the Iron Curtain. There is, yeah, Russia, so there's no chance for a demo comeback. But it's not an unwinnable game, it's just that right now I'm seeing Orb in a disadvantaged position. He needs to fortify, he needs to hold out. Yep, pulling back. All his goonies there. And those tanks have been scared away. V2 going in. Oh, what a hit. I've seen lots of +10s. A couple +30s. Oh, didn't repair the derrick in time. Obviously a +30 is the main prize. Ooh, that was good. That was good. +30 is the main prize, but +10, you know, consolation prize. The OpenRA loot box when shooting with artillery. Ooh, that was lots of +30s. Can I see a +50? Nope, because there's no thief in the army. That was a good hustle regardless. Very good defense from Orb. This is gonna be a counter swing. Ooh, I'm liking it. And Orb immediately tackling the econ, realizing that most of the army had been positioned up to the north. And immediately tackling the south. That is very good play. That's just smart and game sense. Should maybe commit to the other war truck. If he loses that, it's fine. Like, this army doesn't hold much value for him as long as he kills the econ. Yikes, Orb has no base defense executed whatsoever. Let's check the economy tab. 54, like 5k lead for Orb. Harvesters are even, just about even right now. Might change in a heartbeat. And by in a heartbeat, I mean in a commercial length, a commercial break length pace. Direct hit with the V2. Vetted V2s, man. Oh, you just look at their speed and acceleration. It's insane. And nuke silo. Orb is feeling very confident. Jeez. We're also seeing a Mammoth tank out. First shock. I don't like the shocky choice at all against allies. Shockies are more a Soviet against Soviet unit. The reason being, allies have such a good infantry killing power in the mid game with Heinz. And as long as you don't have critical mass of Shockies, they are not actually that efficient. It's just their range and burst that make them good, and that only comes to play in critical mass. But I think he's got the Iron Curtain lined up. Yeah, perfect. Fired on both the Conyard and the Mammoth tank, so he can easily now go in. Has to make sure he doesn't overcommit. Uh-oh. Lots of +30s popping up again. This time for Punsho. I think it's an overcommitment here. He can just chill. He doesn't need to engage into the artillery at all. Yeah, probably a bit overzealous from Orb. But still, retains most of his position. No way. Okay, they didn't get a harvester there. That's alright. The Atom Bomb. Is that gonna be the ace in the hole? Is that gonna be what decides this series? Ooh! Double plus 30 popping up again. Yeah, but right now the econ situation is just looking so good for Punsho. Assets are now 2k in favor. They've swung in favor of Punsho here, strangely enough. Didn't expect that. No Ukraine, so no Parabomb wipe. Oh, he got a spy in. Did he though? Let's see. I just see all those units vetted, so that's usually a dead giveaway sign that someone has gotten a spy in. I completely missed that if so. Let's see what is building. A Chronosphere is in the makings as well. Hell yeah. I dig. Nice play here, using the heavy tank for line of sight, the more expendable heavy tank for line of sight, while the mammoths from the backlines with their artillery tusks are just chipping away at the infantry. Piecemeal. Down goes the Hind. That is, by the way, he didn't really commit into Hinds. He's got like one other backup Hind and a longbow. Oh no. Okay, it's one medium. We're gonna be Gucci. There's an orb for MiG, yeah. That's exactly what I wanted to say. There's a MiG out for orb. He should not waste his MiG ammo there. Look, there's already like a very expensive detachment closing in. Why are you using MiG ammo? Ammo conservation would be prime. Now this blob is just sitting around here. That's like, with the Sharkies, that's roughly 2k. It's an MCV's worth of value sitting there. Mammoths only. Ooh, what a crazy composition. But he needs to like supplement this with flak trucks. What makes this composition tick is just the mobility of the flak trucks combined with the beefiness and range of the mammoth tanks. Mammoths by themselves? Yeah, definitely. We're also seeing a radar jammer. Very good call. And I've spotted Tanya in here on Vet 1. Ooh, what is this MiG doing? That is not even slightly worth it. What was he doing there? He was sniping an artillery and then not pulling back. He could have had that for free. So the focus fire now needs to be on the radar jammer. Let's see. I mean, it's out of range now. Ooh, mammoth tanks need to pull back. Iron Curtain has been fired. Kill Tanya. He needs to absolutely hard focus Tanya right there. Tanya's getting so much value if he pushes here. Oh, crush. That's just as good. Needs to focus fire on the radar jammer. Uh-oh. He's not doing it. Ah, there's the flak truck. Very good. He's not focus firing though. Oh, so the Tusk missiles just evaporate without doing anything of value whatsoever. Right-hand side, the infantry has just been a bit too late to the party. Unfortunately, all the Punsho has to offer here are longbows. No Hinds, that would have been the better choice here, but that's hindsight. Oh wow, and this engagement has been won. I did not expect that to go Punsho's way right there. Ooh, the Atom Bomb is 4 minutes shy of coming online. Oh, a nuke here. A nuke onto the tech tree, onto the Chronosphere. That would have been so sweet. Let's see if we can swing it. Ah! No, the Vet 2v2. What is there to answer the push in the north? Well, a good yak crash. That's a good start. Iron Curtain? 50 seconds. 50 seconds. He definitely needs to hold the line for now. Tesla tanks are starting to be added into the mix. I like that. Tesla tanks, insanely high range. I would actually stop mammoth tank production. Tesla flak is the way to go. Against Hinds, against artilleries, against radar jammers. Like, there is nothing in this composition that doesn't get hard counted by flak Tesla spam. The mammoths, yeah, are a bit iffy. They're very good, but not against vetted up infantry, and also not against radar jammers. And as long as Punsho incorporates, you know, 1 or 2 radar jammers at a time, is gonna be golden. I don't like the choice of Orb to go for very expensive infantry. This gets easily countered. Hinds? Good night. Artillery units? Good night, sweet prince. So yeah, I would actually go for a flag Tesla blob in that situation. And Orb still hasn't taken his south side expansion there. Ooh, is the paradrop gonna come through? Well, it is the most scouted paradrop in recent history, that much I know about. Zap. Giving him the zap tap here. The harvester's being pulled back, hopefully. What is he doing? That is overkill. He has such an expensive army sitting there. That was probably a very bad idea. Oh, okay. In comes the flag track transition. Just needs more flags now. Is he broke? Yes, he is. And Punsho is floating 6k. The economy... Whoa. Okay, why does he have so much more? Oh, I can answer my own question. Orb didn't take his right-hand side expansion, whereas Punsho has been mining from that for quite a while now. Yikes. Okay, Tesla... Like, the Teslas are such a good choice here. As long as he keeps them safely in the back. Yeah, Raider Jammer just doing nothing whatsoever. Oh, is there enough room to kite them? Oh, kite your units! Oh. He needs the teamwork to make the dream work here. Too bad someone wasted his Iron Curtain, like, just a second ago. Hard focuser. Yeah, Tanya's down. The Raider Jammer is still drawing fire. Oh no! Missile Silo and Iron Curtain in peril. No Iron Curtain can be pulled right now. This is... Oh my goodness. What an overreach from Orb. Like this overcommitment into this minuscule engagement. Oh, selling his MCV. What was the plan here? That is terrible. Punsho is gonna lose this eventually. It's gonna get whittled at by the Tesla tanks, but... Jeez. What a swing. What a swing. Losing double tech and GPS is 1 minute 40 shy of coming online. No air fleet for Orb to speak of. Ooh, 20k lead for Punsho now. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Like, Punsho was firmly the underdog here. Army value now 35k over 20k. Look at this. I like this. Incorporating mass mechanics. Wait, he's not Germany, he's England, so why go for this? Oh god. Critical longbow mass. It's just... Yeah, just right-click the Conyard. Good night, sweet prince. Thank you for participating here. Okay, and also taking the smart retreat path, such as not to get cut off here. I like that a lot. Punsho playing it so well. And, yeah. Ooh, one flag track to rule them all. Is it gonna be enough? Oh, he didn't find a kill. Doesn't connect on anything right there. Yikes. Orb feels pressured into counter-attacking. I would give him enough time to just rebuild. Rebuild on the top side. I don't understand the play here. Ooh, Yak goes down. No more line of sight. Gap generator! Mobile gap! Yeah. Punsho, you monster. What are you doing to Orb here? So much Tesla. In a concentrated area. Just a couple artillery units. That's all he needs. He's probably frantically queuing Adis at that stage. Okay, here comes the Conyard. I think that's an overextension from Orb though again. He did not need to go for this at all. All he needed to do is just play it safe. Rebuild his tech. He still had enough time to come back. So much mass though. So much mass for Punsho. He needs more flags, he needs more Teslas, he needs more time. Is most crucial of all resources. Should also transfer all his unneeded harvesters to this refinery, since it's still alive. I mean, that's like Punsho's last hope, Orb's last hope against Punsho here. Some fake Shakis. Those Shakis look a bit suspicious to me. Oh, in goes the Iron... Oh my goodness, the Chronosphere being used to actual impact in this game. Are you serious? When did that happen? What patch are we at? Oh, that was a Chronosphere. I mean, he donated all his tanks away, but that... Wow. I did not see this one coming. So this is gonna spell a 2-0 for Punsho, which actually secures him a playoff ticket. He's now, I think, on equal score with myself. But since I beat him 2-0, Punsho that is, I'm gonna be seated in front of him, which means that all the other players, all the other top tier players who I honestly would have given a better chance at the playoffs, like for example Bane, did not have a great season. Bane had a very rough season. He went like, what, 7-7 or so? So yeah, rough season for him. Then a couple others who were really highly ranked just didn't perform as well as I was expecting them to. This leaves me in the 3rd spot and Punsho in the 4th spot, when we might face each other in the playoffs. Let's see, depending on how this develops. I'm expecting Orb and Ganon to go to the playoffs regardless, and this also means that Orb and Ganon are now equal on points, and I don't know which they have both played the same amount of... I think they need to play like a tiebreaker match now. I think they're at a tie, like both at, I think, 12 and 4. Don't quote me on that, but it might be the correct number. What a series. Punsho just, Punsho steamrolling Orb there, routing him. It remains to be seen how seriously Orb took that matchup, because he already had secured his first or second like top tier spot, so he was seeded first or second regardless of the outcome of this game. Maybe he just didn't take it too seriously, but holy crap, he received a thorough pummeling from Punsho there. You got Punsho pummeled into submission. I like the cooperation of mass mechanics. Also, you can see like a veteran C1 is actually impactful. So a spy going into the barracks is a boon for you. What it does is it makes your infantry slightly faster, so they can catch up to mammoth tanks easier. It also makes them slightly more durable, you know, it just improves their overall stats. The burst damage on rocket soldier gets slightly higher. Yeah, that was kind of probably, not the exact determining factor to turn the tide, but Orb also making some sloppy mistakes, sending in infantry unprotected. Wow, 2-0. That wraps up this series, and next week, or the week thereafter presumably, we're gonna have RHL playoffs on my stream, and the week thereafter, we're gonna have the finals hopefully on stream. Let's see how the players respond. So, thank you all for watching. Stay hyped for the playoffs and the finals. I'm definitely gonna post everything I can get my hands on. I'll see you next time. Stay hyped. 5 aces out.
Battle control terminated.